Kate spent her day preparing. She packed essential items in a small suitcase. She wrote a letter to her brother overseas, explaining she was taking an unexpected opportunity abroad. She called the hospital and requested extended leave citing a family emergency. She knew no one would believe the truth. As the sun set, Kate returned to the alien ship with her decision. The princess waited at the entrance, her tall figure silhouetted against the blue interior light. "I cannot marry you yet," Kate said, "but I would like to learn about your world. I propose serving as an ambassador from Earth first. If after time we still wish to unite our worlds through marriage, then I will consider it." The princess tilted her head, her expression unreadable for a moment. Then she smiled, revealing teeth that glowed slightly in the dim light. A wise compromise. "You have the soul of a diplomat, Kate Miller. We will take you to our homeworld. As you learn our ways, we will court properly." Kate entered the ship with her suitcase. The door sealed behind her with a soft hiss. The inside bustled with activity as the alien crew prepared for departure. Advisor Mila showed Kate to her quarters, a small but comfortable room with a bed that molded to her body, and a window that would show the stars once they left Earth. The takeoff was smoother than Kate expected. A slight pressure, then weightlessness before the artificial gravity engaged. The princess invited Kate to the command center to watch Earth disappear from view. The blue planet grew smaller until it was just another star in the vast blackness. Kate felt a moment of panic. What was she doing, leaving everything behind? But when Princess Zoraya stood beside her, their shoulders nearly touching, she felt calmer somehow. "Your world is beautiful," the princess said. "We have much to learn from each other." The journey to Lumina would take 2 weeks. Earth time. During this period, Kate was given lessons in the language and customs of the Celestial Empire. She learned about their history, their religion, their politics. The empire consisted of 7 star systems with 23 inhabited planets. Lumina was the capital world. The princess visited Kate daily, sometimes bringing strange but delicious foods or recordings of alien music. They walked together through the ship, talking for hours. The princess explained how her people lived for 300 Earth years, how they could sense emotions through subtle temperature changes in the air around them, how they worshipped the stars as living beings. Kate shared stories of Earth, its diverse cultures, its art, its struggles. The princess seemed most interested in human relationships, the concept of falling in love rather than arranged unions. "Have much freedom in the empire," the princess explained. "But royalty must consider bloodlines and alliances. I have never had the luxury of choosing a mate based on personal desire until now." One night, as they sat in the observation room watching distant stars, Kate asked, "Why me, really? There must be others more qualified to represent Earth." The princess was quiet for a long moment. "You showed kindness without expectation of reward. That is rare in any species. But more than that, I feel a connection to you I cannot explain. My people believe in soul resonance, the idea that certain beings are drawn together across time and space. When I first saw you tending my wound, I felt it, a humming in my chest, a certainty." Kate blushed, not sure how to respond. To such intensity, I just did what anyone would do. "No," the princess said, touching Kate's hand. "Not anyone. Many would have hidden in fear. Others would have called your authorities. Some might have tried to harm me. You chose compassion. That is why you are here." As the days passed, Kate found herself growing comfortable with the alien crew. She learned to operate some of their technology, to appreciate their art, to enjoy their food. She sent messages back to Earth through a special communication device documenting her journey. The princess proved to be intelligent, kind, and surprisingly funny, despite cultural differences. But tensions existed aboard the ship. As they neared Lumina, Kate overheard arguments between the princess and her advisors. Some believed bringing a human to their homeworld was dangerous. Others worried about political implications. Kate caught phrases like primitive species and security risk. The princess defended her decision fiercely. Kate once found her, after such an argument, her purple skin darker with emotion. "Do not worry about them," the princess said. They fear what they do not understand. This is why your presence is so important. You will show them the true nature of humanity. On the 12th day of their journey, alarms blared throughout the ship. Kate was thrown from her bed as the vessel shuddered violently. She stumbled to the door, finding chaos in the corridor. Crew members ran in all directions. Emergency lights flashed. Kate made her way toward the command center, fighting against the tilting floor. She found the princess shouting orders. Her usual calm replaced by urgent command, pirate vessel. The advisor Mila explained when she saw Kate. They want the princess pirates. Kate repeated, struggling to understand. Outcasts from the Empire, criminals. They seek to capture royalty for ransom. Another blast rocked the ship, sending sparks from the ceiling. The princess turned to Kate. Her face was grim. Kate, I must ask for your help. Our security team is small. We need every able person. Kate nodded without hesitation. What do you need me to do? Mila led Kate to a small room where equipment was stored. She handed Kate a metal bracelet similar to their translation devices. This will allow you to communicate if we are separated. And this, she handed Kate a small cylinder. It creates an energy shield. Press the button if you are in danger. Kate slipped the bracelet on and took the cylinder. The princess approached, wearing what appeared to be armor over her usual clothing. We must reach the emergency pods if the ship is breached. Stay close to me. The ship rocked again, harder this time. The lights flickered. Emergency pods, the computer voice announced, have been damaged. Prepare for boarding. The princess grabbed Kate's hand, pulling her into a narrow corridor. They ran, followed by Mila and 2 guards. Kate heard strange sounds like metal tearing. The pirates were cutting through the hull. We must hide until help arrives. The princess said, They will kill the crew, but take me alive. You they will simply kill. They reached a small storage room. The princess pressed her hand to the wall panel, revealing a hidden compartment. Quickly, she pushed Kate inside. Wait, the princess said. I must lead them away from you. Kate grabbed her arm. No, I came with you. I stay with you. The princess stared at Kate. For a moment, neither spoke. Then something changed in the princess's eyes. She nodded. We stay together. The pirates breached the ship, 6 of them armed with weapons Kate had never seen. Tall, muscular aliens with red skin and horns protruding from their shoulders. Their eyes glowed yellow in the emergency lighting. Kate and the princess hid in the shadows of the corridor, watching as the intruders moved toward the command center. We need to reach the communication array, Zoraya whispered. We can send a distress signal to nearby Imperial ships. Kate nodded, clutching the shield cylinder in her hand. The royal guards engaged the pirates, drawing their attention. The sounds of energy weapons filled the air. The princess pulled Kate along, keeping to the shadows. They reached a maintenance tunnel barely large enough to crawl through. The tunnel was dark and cramped. They moved slowly, careful not to make noise. Kate could feel her heart pounding in her chest. The princess led the way, her body giving off a faint glow that provided just enough light to see. They emerged in a small control room, filled with screens and blinking lights. The princess moved quickly, pressing buttons and adjusting controls. I need time to bypass the security lockdown, she said. The pirates have blocked regular communications. Kate moved to the door, listening for approaching enemies. The ship had grown quieter, which worried her more than the sounds of fighting. How long do you need? She asked. 3 minutes, perhaps 4. The princess worked frantically, her fingers flying over the controls. Kate heard footsteps, heavy boots approaching from the corridor. Hide, she whispered. There was nowhere to go. The room had only one exit. The footsteps grew louder. Kate gripped the cylinder, remembering what Mila had told her. She positioned herself in front of the princess. The door slid open. A massive pirate stood there, weapon raised. His yellow eyes widened, seeing Kate, a species he clearly didn't recognize. He hesitated for just a second. Kate pressed the button on the cylinder. A shimmering blue field expanded around her, just as the pirate fired. His energy blast deflected off the shield, hitting the wall. Kate rushed forward, shield first, slamming into the surprised pirate. He stumbled backward, dropping his weapon. Kate kicked the weapon away. The pirate roared and swung at her. His fist hit the shield, sending vibrations through her arm. She held firm. The princess continued working on the communications array. The pirate pulled a blade from his belt, slashing at Kate's shield. Each hit weakened the blue field. The cylinder in her hand grew hot. Kate knew the shield wouldn't last much longer. She needed to do something unexpected. She deactivated the shield and ducked under the pirate's next swing. His momentum carried him forward off balance. Kate remembered her self-defense training from the hospital. She swept his legs. The pirate crashed to the floor with a thunderous impact. Kate grabbed his fallen weapon, pointing it at him with shaking hands. The princess looked up from the console. Signal sent. She hurried to Kate's side, taking the weapon. "We must move, more will come." They tied the pirate with cables from the control room and ran back to the maintenance tunnel. As they crawled through the narrow space, Kate heard more footsteps above them. Pirates had found their companion. They emerged near the ship's medical bay. The princess led Kate inside, locking the door behind them. "We need a place to hide until help arrives. They will search every room." Kate looked around the medical bay, seeing equipment similar to what she'd used to treat the princess. Her nursing instincts took over. She pointed to a large scanner. "This can hide your heat signature." "Get inside." The princess hesitated. "I will not leave you exposed." Kate shook her head. "This is what I do. Help people. I can handle myself. Please trust me." Their eyes met. The princess nodded and climbed into the scanner. Kate closed the cover, activating a low power setting just enough to mask the princess's presence. She then grabbed medical supplies, setting up what looked like an emergency procedure in progress. She lay on the examination table and covered herself with a thermal blanket, leaving only her face exposed. When the pirates broke through the door, they found what appeared to be an injured human on the table. Medical equipment beeped, monitoring false vital signs Kate had programmed. The leader of the pirates approached a massive figure with elaborate horn decorations. "What is this creature?" He growled. Kate feigned weakness. "I was their prisoner. They were doing experiments. The ship was attacked. I think they're dead." The pirate leader leaned closer, examining her. His breath smelled like metal and smoke. "You lie, human. We were told the princess had a pet from Earth." Kate coughed weakly. "Not a pet. A test subject. The princess wanted to study human biology. She kept me in that scanner. She said our organs were valuable." The pirate glanced at the scanner, then back at Kate. His yellow eyes narrowed. "You know where the princess is?" Kate shook her head. "Please, I just want to go home. They hurt me." The pirate leader snarled, grabbing her arm. "The royal guards would not waste resources protecting a test subject. You are something more. Tell me where she is." Kate knew she couldn't maintain the lie. The pirates weren't falling for it. She needed another approach. "You're right," she said, dropping the weak act. "I'm her translator. She promised to pay me in technology if I helped her communicate with other species. She's hiding in the escape pod. Bay waiting for rescue. I can take you there." The pirate smiled, revealing sharp teeth. "You will?" He pulled Kate from the table, 2 guards flanking her. She led them away from the medical bay, hoping the princess would remain safely hidden. Kate had no intention of leading them to escape pods. She needed to buy time. As they walked through the damaged ship, Kate noticed something strange. The lights were flickering in a pattern, not random, but deliberate. She recognized it as Morse code from her childhood. Fascination with old communication methods. 3 short flashes, 3 long flashes, 3 short. Emergency SOS. The Imperial ship must be close. The pirate leader grew impatient. "We near the escape pods yet?" Human Kate nodded. "Just through the next section." She pointed to a heavy door ahead. The door slid open, revealing not escape pods but the engine room. Massive machinery hummed with power. The pirate leader growled, pushing Kate forward. "You lie again, human." His weapon pressed against her back. "Tell me where the princess is, or..." Kate closed her eyes, bracing for pain. Then the ship rocked violently. Alarms blared, new ones different from before. The pirate leader stumbled. The lights went out, completely plunging them into darkness. When emergency lighting activated seconds later, Kate was alone. The pirates had vanished. Imperial troops. Kate thought, running back toward the medical bay, she found more signs of struggle but no bodies. The pirates must have been teleported away. She reached the medical bay, finding it empty. The scanner where the princess had hidden stood open. Kate felt panic rise in her chest. Where was Zoraya? Had the pirates found her? Had the Imperial forces rescued her? Kate ran through the ship, calling the princess's name. She reached the command center, finding it occupied by aliens in uniform different from the crew she knew. Their armor bore the same symbol as the princess's formal clothes. A tall female officer approached Kate. "You are the human, Kate." Nodded. "Where is the princess? Is she safe?" The officer studied Kate with golden eyes. Unlike the pirates, these aliens had blue skin lighter than the princess's purple. "We received her distress call. You must be the one she mentioned. The human who helped defeat the pirates." Kate didn't correct the exaggeration. "Where is she?" "The royal ship Celestial Dawn has retrieved her. Imperial protocol requires the air be secured immediately. We will escort you to Lumina, where you will be reunited." The Imperial ship was larger than the princess vessel. Kate was given comfortable quarters, but felt like a prisoner. No one would tell her exactly what happened to Zoraya, only that she was safe. The journey to Lumina took 3 more days. Kate spent them worrying and wondering if she had made a terrible mistake leaving Earth. When they finally arrived, Kate was escorted to a viewing platform. Lumina spread beneath them, a world of blue oceans and golden land masses. 3 moons orbited the planet, each a different color. The sight took her breath away. The capital city sprawled across an island continent. Buildings of crystal and metal reached toward the sky. Vehicles moved through the air in organized patterns. The Imperial ship descended through clouds toward a massive structure at the city center. Kate was led from the ship by guards. They didn't restrain her, but made it clear she was to follow without question. The Imperial palace was even more impressive up close. The walls seemed to shift colors as she passed. Aliens of various ranks and positions stopped to stare at her. Some looked disgusted, others curious. They brought her to a grand hall with a ceiling that displayed the stars above. A throne sat empty on a raised platform. Kate waited, her heart pounding. She had no idea what to expect. The doors at the far end opened. Princess Zoraya entered wearing formal attire, her purple skin adorned with silver patterns. Her black eyes found Kate immediately. "Kate," the princess called, rushing forward, ignoring protocol. The guards tensed but did not intervene. Zoraya embraced Kate, holding her tightly. "You are safe." "I was so worried." Kate returned the embrace, relief flooding through her. "I thought I might never see you again." The princess pulled back, keeping her hands on Kate's shoulders. "You were brave beyond measure. The Imperial forces told me how you tricked the pirates, led them away from me." Kate shook her head. "I was terrified. I just did what I had to." Zoraya smiled. "That is the definition of courage." "My father wishes to meet you." "Her father," Kate repeated. The Emperor. Zoraya nodded. "He has heard of your actions both on Earth and aboard the ship. He rarely grants audiences to off-worlders." "This is a great honor." Kate smoothed her wrinkled clothes. Suddenly conscious of her appearance, "I look terrible." The princess laughed, a musical sound. "You humans and your concerns for appearance. My father will see your spirit, not your clothing." The audience with Emperor Thorin was brief but significant. Kate stood before the most powerful being in 7 star systems, a male with deep purple skin and intricate silver markings covering his entire visible body. His eyes were like his daughter's, but with flecks of gold. He towered over both Kate and Zoraya. "You saved my daughter, twice human," he said, his voice deep and resonant. "The Empire owes you a debt." Kate bowed awkwardly. "I only did what was right, Your Majesty." The Emperor studied her. "Many species claim to value compassion and courage. Few demonstrate. It is you have. My daughter believes humans would make valuable allies. I am inclined to agree." We will discuss formal relations with your world, but first you shall be honored. A celebration was held in Kate's honor, the great hall filled with nobility. From across the empire, foods from various worlds were served. Music played on instruments Kate had never seen. Zoraya remained by her side, explaining customs and introducing important figures. The princess seemed different here, more formal, less open. Her duties clearly weighed on her. Kate caught her staring at the stars more than once, a wistful expression on her face. That night Kate was given chambers in the royal wing of the palace, larger than her entire apartment on Earth. The bed floated. Above the floor, lights responded to her thoughts. The window showed a view of the city glittering with countless lights. Kate couldn't sleep. Everything felt surreal. She was the first human to visit another world, the first to meet the emperor of an interstellar civilization. She stood at her window watching alien traffic move through the night sky. A soft knock at her door. Kate opened it, finding Princess Zoraya. The princess wore simpler clothes than at the celebration. Her silver markings had been washed away, leaving her skin a uniform purple. "May I enter?" Zoraya asked. Her voice lacked its usual confidence. Kate stepped aside. "Of course." The princess walked to the window, gazing at the city. "I wanted to apologize for what," Kate asked, standing beside her. Zoraya sighed. "Everything. You are here because of me, because of our laws and customs. You never asked for any of this." Kate shook her head. "I'm here because I chose to be. I wanted to see your world." The princess turned to face her. "You do not understand the full situation. My father approves of you. That rarely happens. He believes a union between us would benefit the empire. I am expected to formalize our engagement tomorrow." Kate felt her stomach tighten. "But we agreed I would be an ambassador. First, that we would wait." "Politics," Zoraya said bitterly. "The pirate attack was not random. They knew I had left Lumina. They knew a human was with me. There are factions within the empire who fear outside influence. They hope to prevent any alliance with Earth." "You don't understand," Kate said. "What does this have to do with our marriage?" The princess paced the room. "If we announce our engagement, it strengthens my position. Those who wish to maintain isolation will lose support. If we delay, they will continue to work against us. My father believes a formal union now is the safest course." Kate sat on the edge of the floating bed, her head spinning. "This is too fast. I barely know your world." Zoraya kneeled before Kate, taking her hands. "I would never force this upon you. Say no, and I will respect your decision. I can face the political consequences, but know this. My feelings for you are genuine. I have never met anyone like you." Kate looked into those alien eyes, seeing sincerity and something else, something that made her heart beat faster. "What exactly would being married to you mean?" she asked. "What would be expected of me?" Zoraya explained. "In our culture, marriage is a partnership. Those joined share equally in decisions and responsibilities. You would become royal by marriage, entitled to all the privileges and subject to all the duties. My consort, my equal. You would represent both humanity and the empire. And what about Earth?" Kate asked. "Would I ever see it again?" The princess nodded. Of course, you would be free to visit your homeworld. You would have your own ship. Imperial resources would be at your disposal. You could help establish relations between our worlds." Kate thought about her life on Earth, her small apartment, her job at the hospital. The routine she had followed for years. She thought about the stars she'd seen, the wonders she'd experienced in just a few weeks. She thought about Zoraya, her courage, her kindness, her strange alien beauty. "I'm scared," Kate admitted. "This is bigger than anything I ever imagined for myself." The princess stood, pulling Kate to her feet. "It is the same for me. I was raised to marry for political advantage, to strengthen alliances within the empire. I never expected to find someone who stirred my heart, a human from a world we barely knew existed." She touched Kate's face gently. "I ask for your trust as you asked for mine when we fled the pirates. We faced danger together. We can face the future the same way." Kate closed her eyes, leaning into the touch The princess's hand was warm despite its alien texture. This was madness, agreeing to marry an alien princess after knowing her for weeks. Yet something about it felt right, as if the universe had conspired to bring them together across the vast emptiness of space. I need to sleep on this, Kate said. I can't decide right now. Zoraya stepped back, respecting her space. Of course, tomorrow before the Imperial Court I will ask for your hand. You can give your answer then. Whatever you decide, I will honor it. After the princess left, Kate lay awake, watching the alien moons through her window. 3 different colors circling a world she'd never known existed a month ago. She thought about what it would mean to stay, to become part of this empire, to help bridge 2 worlds. To be with Zoraya, she thought about what it would mean to refuse to return to Earth, to resume her ordinary life, to remember all this as a strange dream, to never see Zoraya again. Kate finally slept as the largest moon set. She dreamed of stars and ships and a purple hand holding hers as they faced the universe together. The blue light of the alien ship illuminated the small apartment as Kate Miller stood frozen by her window. She never expected to see such a sight in her quiet neighborhood. The vessel hovered silently, then slowly descended into the empty field. Behind her building, Kate grabbed her emergency bag and headed outside. Her curiosity overcame her fear. A trained nurse with 5 years of experience, she always kept a first aid kit ready. She had worked night shifts at the city hospital dealing with all sorts of emergencies. Nothing prepared her for this, but her instincts told her someone might need help. The cool night air brushed against her skin as she approached the field. She noticed a tall, slender figure emerge from the ship. The alien had purple skin that seemed to shimmer in the moonlight. Her eyes were large and completely black without any whites. Her long fingers ended in sharp points. Her movements were graceful as she stumbled forward and collapsed onto the grass without hesitation. Kate rushed to help. The alien female was injured with a deep cut across her abdomen. A strange blue fluid leaked from the wound. Kate applied pressure to stop the bleeding and used her medical supplies to clean and dress it. The alien watched with those mysterious black eyes, seeming surprised by the help. Kate tried to communicate, but the alien only made soft clicking sounds. The cut looked serious but not life-threatening. The alien's skin felt smooth like polished stone, but warm. To the touch, Kate finished bandaging the wound and helped the alien sit up. 3 more figures emerged from the ship, taller than the first. They moved with caution, their bodies tense. Kate stood her ground. She raised her empty hands to show she meant no harm. One of the aliens approached. She wore a complex outfit with shining metal parts that looked important. The alien pressed a device on her wrist and suddenly English words came out. "We thank you, human, for aiding the princess." Kate blinked in. Surprised the princess, yes. The alien gestured to the injured one. "This is Princess Zoraya, heir to the Celestial Empire. Your assistance will not be forgotten." Kate helped the aliens carry the princess back to their ship. Inside, she discovered a world of technology beyond her understanding. The walls glowed with soft light. The air smelled like cinnamon and metal. The main room had strange curved furniture and screens showing star maps. The older alien introduced herself as Mila, royal advisor, to the princess. 2 guards stood by the door, their eyes never leaving Kate. The princess was placed on a healing table where lights scanned her body. The advisor explained they had come to Earth to study humans in secret. Their ship had technical problems causing them to crash land. The princess had been checking the exterior damage when she was injured by a sharp piece of metal. While the princess rested, Kate learned more about their society. The Celestial Empire spanned 7 star systems. They came from a planet called Lumina, where females held all positions of power. Males served as advisors, caregivers, and artists. Their technology allowed them to travel between stars in weeks instead of lifetimes. "I should go home," Kate said finally, "but I can come back tomorrow to check on her." The advisor nodded. "We would welcome your return. The princess will want to thank you herself." For 3 days, Kate visited the ship, bringing food and medical supplies. She taught the aliens about Earth customs, and they shared stories of their distant worlds. The princess recovered quickly thanks to their advanced healing technology and Kate's care. Princess Zoraya was different from the others. Her curiosity about Earth seemed endless. She asked Kate about everything from human relationships to food to music. Her black eyes sparkled when she laughed, and she touched Kate's arm often while they talked. On the fourth day, when the princess had fully recovered, she made a formal announcement. According to our oldest laws, one who saves the life of royal blood must be joined in eternal union. I must marry you. Kate nearly choked on her water. Marry. But we just met, and we're different species. The princess stood tall, her purple skin glowing softly. This is our way. You saved my life without knowing who I was. Such compassion is rare in the universe. Our union would bring honor to both our worlds. Kate tried to explain that humans had different customs regarding marriage, but the aliens seemed confused by her hesitation. The advisor Mila took Kate aside while the princess spoke with her guards. You must understand the significance of what has happened, Mila said. The princess has the ability to see threads of destiny. She believes your meeting was fated. Your species' compassion and courage impressed us many in our galaxy view. Humans as primitive, but we now see your potential through you. Kate ran her fingers through her brown hair, feeling overwhelmed. I need time to think about this. The princess approached and took Kate's hand. Our ship repairs are nearly complete. We must return to our homeworld soon. I would be honored if you would join us. You could be the first human to see our empire. The first ambassador of Earth. Kate looked into those alien eyes and felt something stir inside her. Adventure, curiosity, maybe something more. She thought about her life on Earth, her apartment, her job, her few friends. Something new was being offered, a chance to see the stars I need one day. Kate said one day to decide. Princess Zoraya nodded, pressing her forehead against Kate's in a gesture of respect. One day. The imperial court assembled in the grand hall. Nobles from across the 7 systems filled the massive space. Kate stood beside advisor Mila, watching as various officials presented matters for imperial consideration. Her palms were sweaty, her mouth dry. She wore clothes provided by the palace, simple but elegant. The material adjusted to her body temperature, keeping her perfectly comfortable, despite her nerves. Emperor Thuran sat on his throne. Princess Zoraya stood at his right hand, looked regal in her formal attire. Her eyes found Kate in the crowd and lingered. The final matter of the day, the Emperor announced, concerns the human, Kate Miller, and my daughter, Princess Zoraya, heir to the Celestial Empire. The crowd murmured, Kate's heart pounded in her chest. This was it. The moment of decision. Mila guided her forward until she stood before the throne. She bowed as she'd been taught. The Emperor spoke, addressing the court. This human saved the life of the princess, not once, but twice. First on her homeworld when our ship was damaged. Then again during the pirate attack. Our laws are clear regarding life debts. But more than that, a union between our worlds offers new possibilities. Zoraya sees potential in the humans. She believes an alliance would benefit us all. I have come to share her view. He gestured to his daughter. Zoraya stepped forward, her face composed but her eyes revealing her nerves. Kate stood straighter, trying to project confidence she didn't feel in accordance with imperial tradition. Zoraya announced, I formally request Kate Miller of Earth as my consort, to join our bloodlines, to unite our worlds, to share in the governance of the Celestial Empire. The hall fell silent. All eyes turned to Kate. She took a deep breath, remembering everything she'd experienced since that night when the alien ship landed behind her apartment, remembering the fear, the wonder, the connection she'd felt with Zoraya. She thought of Earth so far away, yet now connected to this vast empire. Through her, Kate cleared her throat. When I first met Princess Zoraya, I was simply a nurse doing my job. I never imagined standing before an imperial court on another world. She paused, looking directly at Zoraya, whose expression remained carefully neutral. I have learned much about your empire in the short time I've been here. Your technology, your culture, your dreams. I believe humans and the people of Lumina can learn much from each other. She took a step forward. I did not come here looking for marriage. I came seeking knowledge, understanding, friendship. But I have found more. Her eyes locked with Zoraya's. I have found someone whose courage and compassion match her beauty and wisdom. Someone who sees the best in humanity through me. Kate smiled. I accept your proposal, Princess Zoraya. I will be your consort. I will help build a bridge between our worlds. I will stand with you as we face whatever challenges come. The princess's careful composure broke her face lit up with joy. She descended from the platform, taking Kate's hands. The hall erupted in a mix of reactions. Some cheered, others whispered in disapproval. The Emperor raised his hand, and silence fell. It is decided. The Emperor announced, the royal wedding will take place. In one lunar cycle, preparations will begin immediately. Earth will be contacted, diplomatic relations established. Kate Miller will be recognized as royal consort with all rights and privileges. The court is dismissed. The following weeks were a whirlwind. Kate barely had time to process her decision. She was given lessons in imperial protocol language etiquette. Preparations for the wedding dominated the palace. A delegation was sent to Earth carrying messages from Kate to her brother and friends. Along with formal diplomatic overtures from the Emperor, Zorya made time each day to be with Kate, despite her royal duties. They walked in the palace gardens, flew over the capital in a small royal vessel, visited ancient temples. Kate learned more about the princess's life, her hopes, her fears, her vision for the empire. I never wanted the throne, Zoraya admitted one night as they sat watching the three moons rise. I wanted to explore, to discover new worlds, but duty comes before desire. Kate squeezed her hand. Is that what I am? Duty. Zorya turned to her, eyes serious. No, you are the first choice I have made for myself. The first time my heart and duty aligned. The Empire needs this alliance with Earth, but I need you. The night before the wedding, Kate couldn't sleep. She stood on her balcony watching the city. An imperial ship had returned from Earth carrying responses to the diplomatic messages. Her brother had sent a letter expressing shock, confusion, and ultimately support. A formal agreement between Earth and the Celestial Empire had been drafted pending approval from various governments. Everything was moving so quickly. Kate felt dizzy thinking about it. A tap at her door interrupted her thoughts. She opened it, finding a small alien child, one of the palace servants. The child handed her a note and ran off. Meet me in the garden, Zoya had written. Our special place. Their special place was a small alcove surrounded by luminescent plants that glowed blue and green in the darkness. Kate found the princess waiting. She wore simple clothes, her hair loose around her shoulders. You should be resting, Zoraya said. Tomorrow is an important day. I could say the same to you. Kate replied, sitting beside her on the stone bench. Zoraya took her, and I wanted to give you something. Before the ceremony, before all the formality. She produced a small crystal sphere from her pocket. It glowed with inner light. When she placed it in Kate's palm, it projected an image of Earth floating in space. Reminder of home, Zoraya said. No matter where we go, what we face, your world remains part of you. Part of us. Kate felt tears form in her eyes. It was the most thoughtful gift she'd ever received. Thank you, she whispered. The princess hesitated, then spoke, softly. Kate, if you have doubts, if you wish to return to Earth, I would understand. It is not too late. Kate looked at the projection of her home planet, then at Zoraya. The choice seemed clear now, clearer than it had been before. The Imperial Court. Are you trying to get rid of me? Zorya smiled. No, I am trying to be certain you are choosing this freely, not out of obligation or pressure, or fear. Kate closed her hand around the crystal. The image disappeared. I was lost before you came. I had a job, a home, a life, but I was just existing, not living when your ship landed, when I ran out to help you. I took the first step on a path I never knew I wanted. The adventure, the wonder, the chance to be part of something bigger than myself. She touched Zoraya's face. That is what you have given me. That and so much more. The next day, the wedding ceremony united not just two people, but two worlds. Representatives from Earth attended via communication. Link, shocked but excited by the possibilities, the Emperor himself performed the ritual, binding their hands with a cord made from metals of both worlds. As they exchanged vows in both English and the imperial language, Kate felt a sense of rightness. The celebration lasted 3 days. Kate met nobles from across the empire, many curious about Earth and its people. Zoraya never left her side, proudly introducing her new consort, answering questions about human customs, explaining imperial traditions to Kate. On the final night, as the celebrations wound down, Kate and Zoraya stood on the royal balcony looking at the stars. Kate pointed to a faint light barely visible among thousands. "That is Earth. The sun seen from here." Zoraya followed her gaze, so far yet now so close. "What do you wish to do first?" As royal consort, Kate had been thinking about this since accepting the proposal. "I want to establish an embassy. Learn everything I can about your medical technology to share with Earth. Begin cultural exchanges between our worlds." She turned to Zoraya. "But first I want to see more of the Empire with you. Just the two of us before duty consumes us again." The princess smiled, radiant in the moonlight. "That can be arranged. I have a ship. The Pearl, faster than most military vessels. We could visit the crystal forests of Ether, the floating cities of Nyx. Perhaps even the edge of Empire where new worlds await discovery." Kate leaned against her new wife, looking up at the stars that had once seemed so distant and were now within reach. It still felt like a dream sometimes. From nurse to alien princess consort, from a small apartment to a palace, from one world to 7 systems, whatever happens next. Zoraya said softly, holding Kate close, "We face it together. Human and Luminan, Earth and Empire." Kate nodded, thinking of the journey ahead, the challenges they would face, the wonders they would see. She had helped an alien princess out of simple human compassion. Now that princess was her wife. Now their worlds were connected. Now the universe had opened before her, revealing possibilities beyond imagination. Together, Kate agreed as the 3 moons of Lumina shone down on them, always together.